Feeling
What's
some type
up?
of way. What's up? What's up?
So with it,
Benji,
Yes,
Benji over there trying to sing before we start the show, y'all. We got to tell him, nah, that ain't it. That
we had to
ain't
cut the
it.
mics and
they don't.
everything.
They don't. They, I mean, you know what I'm saying. They ain't never see. The beauty of me is I always something is always flowing out of me. That's super dope. And see, they ain't never heard me. You know what I'm saying. Put my vocalage out there. See, they don't know this about me. They ain't been in that space. So you know
So
what I'm
you're
saying.
not constipated. You got diarrhea.
I mean, sometimes you got to release it. But
Got diarrhea mouth. You just good.
you know what I'm saying? See, they don't, y'all don't know, you know what I'm saying? Don't make me break out, you know what I'm saying, video,
Mm-mm,
got-
mm-mm. We good.
We don't want to see you.
I'm
The
just saying,
shit.
Yeah, we good. We good.
I'm just saying.
We don't. We do not want to see anything that is oozing out of you. We good.
Yeah, we good.
Moving out,
Oozing.
Oozing.
You the
oozing out.
ones. You the ones that a lot of stuff comes out of you.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just layers. When you open up the book of Benjamin, you know what I'm saying? Things
You
just,
find a button.
Oh man, yeah, you can take that a few different ways. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we just gonna leave that right there. What's
yeah.
up, y'all?
uh,
We back with another live episode of the Fiyah Session,
Yes,
episode
sir.
181, The Pivot. If you're tuning in and you were hoping to see our guest that we were supposed to have on today, some scheduling conflicts occurred and he had a death in the family. So we will have to reschedule the guest that we previously had and we had previously advertised. So that's why I named this episode The Pivot, because that's what we had to do. We had to pivot in order to bring you some quality content and some information as we usually do. So stay tuned and we I promise you we got some entertaining stuff popping off today.
yeah.
Before the show, well, you know what, before we get into what me and Benji were discussing before the show, that's pretty wild. So yeah, brace yourselves. We just want to make sure our people are good as usual. Trish Michelle, Benji Banks, the man, the brand. How y'all doing today?
Go first,
I
forehead.
get to go first.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good. It's a good day. Every day is busy for me, so you just kind of roll with the punches. But I mean, I'm having a good day, so I ain't mad about it.
I'm
Dope,
out.
dope. Benji Banks, the man, the brand. How's your day rocking?
I mean, man, listen, ain't no complaints. when you put yourself in a position to kind of call your own shots, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's all on you. You get what I'm saying? So you got to make the best of, every day. And I'm fortunate for that. So no, nothing crazy popping off. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a kosher. You know what I'm saying? So no problems, no problems. We straight.
That's what's up. My week started off good, man. I can't complain. As we start to get closer to Christmas and you
Crib.
know, and the new year, this time of year seems to be it holds a different air, man. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to some friends about this a couple of weeks ago, like around this time of year when we were kids, like we used to be excited, right? And now for me, I still get excited a little bit, but the excitement is like different. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? We were kids, like we were excited to go to, our grandparents' house, possibly our family house, and see everybody and get some gifts and stuff like that. And yeah, it feels good to give your children gifts or to give to other people, but it's still not that childlike happiness and excitement that we used to have.
My bad.
I mean, Christmas, as you get older, it gets a little different. You know what I'm saying? So I look forward to the end of the year mainly because, usually you're going out, you're hanging out, you know what I mean, or whatever. So going into the new year. But Christmas, I mean, really right now it's about seeing your kids smile, I guess. It's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I mean, and if y'all have been on the show or paid attention, I mean, I grew up not celebrating it. So then as I got older, I mean, yeah, I do. And then my pockets don't celebrate it. So like I just be thinking about, dang, I gotta go ahead and buy that. I mean, I love the gift of giving and being able to give. That's always great. But I mean, you can do that anytime throughout the year, Christmas. I really feel like all these holidays, and I'm always gonna say it, does nothing but provide pressure, anxiety, like all of that outside of the fact that like it brings togetherness, but y'all should try to do that outside of the holidays. So, and then my family, we used to always get together, like barbecues, just because weekends in the backyard and just, everybody coming together to cook and stuff. So that was something that we did regardless of what time of the year it was. So for me, I'm just like, what's your list? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all stuff. Oh yay, gifts! But they sent me the list already. They know what it is anyway. So like, it just be a lot of spending, and then we turn around in January and be praying on whether the tax gods is gonna love us or not. So yeah.
Well,
Total because yeah, but me, I've never really been like huge on like the gift giving part. So I guess I've kind of, been at ease a little bit. But
Yeah.
being married now, the wife is she's girly girl, and likes that type of stuff. So you got to do some different things. So
I can't wait for next year though. Next year we doing the Disney cruise for we know
uh-huh.
there is no Christmas based. I mean there is, but that's Christmas. We're going on a
That's,
Disney cruise with the whole family. So
now
and
see
all
that.
my family, friends, everybody looking their sweets, and we on the boat.
How long? 4 days, 5 days, six
I think
days?
it's a 5 day.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, it sounds dope. Well, we know Benji, likes the holidays because he likes food.
Oh yeah,
You know what
fact,
I'm saying? And
fact.
speaking of food and Benji liking to eat things, that's we're gonna take a quick pivot, you know what I'm saying, back to what we were saying earlier. Before the show,
Mm-hmm.
me and Benji were discussing a post, and that's why I love the platform that we have and we do this in real time because things happen and we
Right.
we capture them in real time. So just before the show, I was looking on my Facebook timeline and I saw one of the friends of the show, Josh, Miss Josh, and she
Mm-hmm.
posted, "Fellas, are y'all sucking toes or not? Or
Mm-hmm.
nah?" That was the direct post. And I replied to the post, nope. With a little GIF file, said, nope. I
No.
don't I don't I don't lick toes,
What?
buttholes, none of that. So
Now,
Look at Benji face.
hold
Look at
on,
his
but hold
face.
on, hold on. But I don't do any of that. But Benji is an advocate for the sucking of the toe part, right?
yeah.
So I'll let him explain now. I'll let him explain. So explain, my brother, your argument for sucking toes.
First of all, let's get this out the way. The booty hole thing. Listen,
We didn't even get there.
yeah, like just X that out the plan already right there. Yeah, we sold, we solid, we good on that part. Just right there off the top. But if she got pretty toes, and I'm just saying, Ken, I understand you ain't been on the cruise before. Listen, brother, I wasn't on the cruise before until recently. And what I'm saying, it blessed my life. So there are some things in life that women like. And if you are, in that space, that romance. Now, if the toes is ugly, listen, I ain't doing like on what's that movie?
Boomerang.
No, what? Yeah, no. I'm looking at toes. You gotta understand. That's part of it. Because if the toes is bad, listen, no, dog, we ain't flowing. But remember on Don't Be a Menace when he had the hot sauce and he pulled the toe
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
see, nah, no,
Those was treacherous.
yeah, terrible. But we talking about pretty feet.
I don't care how pretty the feet are. As I told you before the show, feet go on the floor.
They
And
do,
I
but
don't care how much you clean those feet. Feet go on the floor. And the
Mm-hmm.
floor is filthy. I don't care how much you clean the floor can still be dirty.
but
I'm
see,
not putting feet in my mouth, dog.
and you know, in my space, you know, when I was in that space, you know what I'm talking about, my, you know, my floors was clean, you know, yada yada yada, and I ain't really deal with no chick, you know what I'm saying, unless she got out the shower, you know what I'm saying, coming at my crib, you know. So you come straight from my bathroom straight to the master bed, you get what I'm saying, there ain't too many steps, and plus you
Did
have
she float?
feet, fresh slippers for your feet, all, you know, all that type of stuff, right?
You be lying. Ain't no way you just popping out like Tao Club from Las Vegas giving out slippers at the end of the club night. Like
I
to everybody that get out of the shower. You be lying.
you might not believe this, but I never went out of town and met a chick and had intercourse with her. I never got on a boat.
I mean, I bet, but I know you ain't giving slippers to each chick that step out the shower in your house. Fresh slippers.
You don't know Benji too well. I'm trying. You pull up to my crib. You first of all, you couldn't have no shoes on at my crib, and then if you go back, I got posts where if you came out to hang out with me, your toes had to be done. Now I got records of these things.
Somebody
right?
should have seen the red sign.
I'm saying, like, nah, but Ken, this is a thing. Some women love that part when you're intimate with them, and then there's a certain position you put them in to do that. You get what I'm saying? Like there's just, you know, spaces, and if it feels good to her and it makes her feel good, I mean, I ain't tripping off of it, you know.
I'm not gonna watch you open the drawer up and tell me which size slippers do you need.
No. You gotta understand. To hang out with me. No. Like if you hang out with me, I already know, like, you know.
You just go in your inventory and you pulled out the slippers.
I'm very specific like that. I am. It's just how I'm wired. I like pretty feet. I like women with pretty feet, and it's just a thing. I don't mind it. You get
so you're a toe sucker. So that means that like any woman that you're intimate with, that you've been intimate with in the past, and she had pretty feet, it's a guarantee. It's a go for the toes.
Only if she likes it. All women don't like that. Some women are ticklish in their feet. They don't like it. It's not their thing. You get what I'm saying? So these are like little small talk conversations like you can have.
That's what I was just going to say. So how do you get to that point? Do you just start doing it? She says no. Or do you ask her before? Do you like your toes sucked?
No. So for example, if you were coming over my crib, hey, you know, make sure your toes done. Yada. You know, these are just general conversations. So I'm
setting yourself up for the toe goblin.
Yeah. Because for the most part, you're not going to walk around in my house with your shoes on. They're going to be off already. Like, so as soon as you come through my door, it's like shoes off.
I don't dreamt about and envision and preparing for the feet to be in your mouth by letting them know.
No, it ain't. You ain't prepared. Because every woman, Patricia, you came over to my new house.
Yeah.
And you had.
I'm talking about back in the day.
But what I'm saying is that that's the custom. Even my girls now, they had to get the custom.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get taking off your shoes. I mean, we take off our shoes when we enter here. I'm just talking about everybody can take off their shoes when they enter here. I don't care if you got a pedicure or not. You're making sure you telling them, make sure your feet are done because you're preparing to dine later.
No, I'm preparing so you don't track no dirt in my house.
But what does the feet being done have to do with the dirt?
Now, if we get to that point, to where we're discussing that, it becomes a little small talk conversation. And
do you dream about the toes before they make it to you?
Nah, we ain't we ain't dreaming about that. But you are like Eddie Murphy in Boomerang, because you don't know if she got closed toes. See, this you gotta check these things, because if you're a foot guy and she wears like let's say if she wears closed toe shoes all the time or whatever, and you never see it, then you get intimate with her, then you pull the covers back and her feet ugly, you ain't calling her back.
No, you're not calling her back. A lot of dudes are still calling her back.
True. Very true. But what I'm saying is that I know it's depicted in the movie, but it's actually a real thing. Some guys are not gonna rocking with you if your toes ain't pretty. You know what I mean? You know.
Now you know what? If only women had the same standard, you know how many of y'all would not get called back.
A lot of cases they do though, because some women won't date a short guy like me. Some women won't.
I'm talking about just toes in general.
Well, I mean, my toes ain't ugly, so I'm straight.
I wouldn't know. Put them up on the camera.
Mm-mm. Don't do that, dog. Don't do that, dog. We trying to keep the viewers, not run them off.
We ain't trying to get blocked.
Yeah, man.
Obscene
one day. Shaq put heels on TNT one day and killed the whole audience, man.
Well, with somebody like Shaq, that big, playing basketball that often, that much, like his toes are gonna be terrible. Any pro athlete, any pro athlete that you see, or that I'm pretty sure that their toes are probably gonna be messed up, right? Broken, you know what I'm saying, corns or something. Because you're on your feet, you're ripping and running, stop, go. It's a lot of wear and tear on your feet alone. So, I'm sure of that. But listen, at the end of the day, as I say all the time, I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum. Whatever you like to do, go ahead, rock out. But I'm not putting no toes in my mouth. Sorry.
Nah, ain't do it. Now, Patricia, hold on. Let me ask you this question. Because I know you know a lot of super dope women, right? How many of them have you looked at their toes and been like, "Ugh, those ugly"?
None of them. I don't know, not any of my friends whose feet look ugly.
Thank you.
But I can't say that I always look at their toes. But if I'm not mistaken, anyone that I have, they've been fine.
Right.
But I would be like, but no, you know what? See, I can't even talk because there was a point in time I had on sandals and I stepped, the brick staircases, like the stucco type, and it literally fresh pedicure slid right across the front and took my freaking toenail. Ooh. It hurts so bad. And you know how long that shit took to grow? It took over a year
to grow back.
So, and I'm like, because first thing women want to do is have great toes. So you want to run and go get your fake acrylic over it, but you're going to kill the bed. So I had to let it just stay like that. And I was like, damn, I'm closed-toed for the whole next year and a half. Like, I'm sneakered up and socks and slides and whatever else and Crocs. And I was sad because I was like, what if my toenail don't ever go back to normal? Thank God it did. But I think out of the group, I was the only one holding a gruesome foot for a minute. I ain't gonna lie.
Great. This would be great though if we actually kind of had a person on the show because there are people who get paid for posting foot.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. So what we'll do is, while we're on break, we will find some feet people from the feet community, and we will have them on the show in 2025. We will talk about.
I heard it's very lucrative.
Foot fetish. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Foot fetishes is huge. It's a huge thing. So that's why I said the foot community. There's a community of people who that's what they do. So we will get a couple of people from that community, and we will have them on the show.
How about a couple of feet?
Yes.
On here.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, because I want to see these pictures that they're putting out there as foot porn, basically.
I just want to know the work that goes into it because, it's not. They don't just take a picture. It's really actual content being created for this.
Yeah, people are paying for that. Mm-hmm. People are paying for that. There is OnlyFans for people just showing feet. So yeah.
I mean, it's people.
I'm not mad at it.
People have their things. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's got their little vice. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, if your girl and most fellows may know this already, but if your girl likes it, I mean, I'm just saying.
You guys figure that out, and that's something that she likes, and that's something that he's not disgusted by, because there's some people that do not like feet, don't touch me with them,
Right.
don't none of that. And so it wouldn't matter if she likes that or not, because he's disgusted by anyone's feet, even his own probably. So then that wouldn't matter.
Well, I tell people in a heartbeat, if it's something that I rock with that you don't rock with, like Benji said a couple episodes ago, that's why God made doors. You can go out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because
If that's a hard no for you
Yeah.
and you need it,
And that's why you gotta have. I know it might seem minuscule, but it's almost like if you know, you're a meat eater and I'm not, and all you like to do is eat. I'm just saying.
Benji does it to himself every
what
time.
kind of meat
And
you
then I have to stop myself from capitalizing off of the moment.
I threw you a lob and you didn't even catch
You know,
it.
I'd be ready to fire off, and I'd be like,
I threw you a lob, Paul.
Oh,
You didn't
man.
even.
no, you threw more than a lob. You
He
was
said
trying
he
to
threw
catch
it
me.
at you. He threw the meat out there.
Look, just putting it just
Oh, man.
okay.
All right.
No,
So
like we had to pivot and come up with this stuff tonight. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
no, we're good, man. So, that topic was one thing that we discussed randomly before the show. But
Right.
I found another video that I just had to show y'all before we move forward with the rest of our planned topics for today. Because this stuff is wild. Like I just wanted to ask you all, what's the logic behind this? So check this out right quick. Okay, so she stole off. She got mad at the lady at Subway, went behind the counter, stole off on the lady, and then came back and got in line.
What make you think I'm about to take your order?
She probably mad because
What make you think you about to eat today?
You're probably mad you didn't see her at first, so you just walked by.
I don't care. What make you think after you to sock me in the back of my head, I'm not serving you a 2-piece? You lucky I'm not serving you that, because I ain't serving you nothing else.
That got to be her niece or something. I don't know.
Ain't no way.
That's what I was thinking. It had to be somebody that knows her, because that was crazy, right?
No, you see, there's other videos where people be stupid like that, crazy, not strung too tight in the head, and that's their reaction to stuff to get what they need. And she should have got. I seen a different video, do through the blender from behind the counter, boop bop somebody,
right?
Like. And I was laughing because you acted up. You F around. You can find out.
It got knocked cold out by a blender.
Yeah, because why would you go back to the register as if we're about to proceed?
She went back, stood in line, like, yeah. Like, now fix my sandwich. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fix it. All right. I'm probably gonna.
I want you to fix me no sandwich.
Facts. I don't want you touching nothing.
Razor blades, everything up in that joint. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But hey, listen, some people, you know what I'm saying? They got a little mental issues. You know what I'm saying? They think that's, normal. Like you can just steal on me and everything cool.
We're gonna go back to making sandwiches. Like
now, I do remember this. Back in my early days when I worked at McDonald's, I was a manager at that joint. Like this is like 99.
1762, yes.
Whew, that's a long time ago. There was this dude who wanted some water, a cup of water, right? So at the time, in the little, the lemonade and the water button was on the same thing, right? So when you went to push, to get some water, a little lemonade would get in your drink. You know what I'm saying? So boom, got it, handed it to the customer, he tasted it. And then dude just threw the water on me like while I'm in the restaurant. And man, it took everything. I was really saved at that time because, church boy, man, they had to hold your boy back. Yeah, it was about to be. It was.
And now the world like a little lemon water. So little idiot.
I mean, people got their own little things. He knew I couldn't really steal off on him like that. You get what I'm saying? So he gonna play his cards right. You get what I'm saying? And plus, I'm around a whole bunch of partners and people at the restaurant that's like, no, you can't, because I'm the only manager on. Man, you talk about hotter than fish grease, but that was the McDonald's days. You know what I'm saying? Running the restaurant. So,
Man, speaking of McDonald's, man, y'all know y'all saw this on social media, right? Like
The McRibbers.
everybody talking about the McRib, and y'all already know from my experience a couple weeks ago, I ain't messing with Mac nothing. So, as much as people talk about that McRib back in the day, a McRib with some fries, some fresh fries or something, and a nice strong Sprite. Hey, it was nice, but I ain't touching Mac nothing no more.
I
So
was gonna say I had it when I was younger. I am
yeah,
scared now as an adult with a different type of body. Like I don't want to do it.
your stomach different too. I found that out
Oh
personally. My
yeah,
stomach ain't the same as it was when
it's
I was
sensitive.
24. Yeah.
Everything. No, it don't like the things you liked.
Yeah. Now my stomach ain't the same at 24 at 44 as it was at 24. It's not the same.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So no.
take
It's
you
gonna
about full psyllium fiber pills instantly after you eat
it's
that.
gonna punish you for
Well,
24 to 48 hours.
it punished me for about a week.
Yeah,
So
seafood.
I'm just like, nah, I'm
That's gonna be
good
the
on
new
that.
cleanse.
And here's the thing. Here's the question that's been coming up with people on TikTok that have been doing everybody gets the McRib and they taste it and they tell you what they think. Everybody has one question. What kind of rib meat is this?
It's actually from working there. It's actually just it's like
Well, you worked there 20 years ago. The meat that you was
it's
serving 20 years ago isn't the meat that
Isn't
they
it just
serving
a beef
today.
patty? Because
no, it's not a beef patty. It's
like
like a sauce. It's like the bologna sausage, like the bologna. It's all of these pork parts. That are,
Dude said it's a Vienna rib. It's a Vienna rib sandwich.
yeah, as all of that put in there.
And I don't like
Right.
Vienna, so I'm
Because
good.
they can't produce it like they used to. That's why it's only seasonal. They bring it back ever so often.
Yeah, I'm good on that. So yeah, y'all have fun with that McRib out there.
I just
Yeah,
stick to the chicken nuggets. I'm good.
I ain't been
um,
to McDonald's in God knows how
Ever
long.
since they redid the chicken nuggets,
Ever since they redid the fish, because it's fish fillet portions now, it's not an actual fish. I can't pull up. But I will
what
say
does that? What does that mean? Like, what else is in the portion?
you don't know.
everything.
That's legally a way that they can put whatever they want to put in there, and they say it's covered basically.
It's like bologna. It's like all of these portions of everything in it to make up,
Whatever they want to put in there in the factory.
facts. Whatever the FDA will approve of. So, but I
They,
can't lie though. Their breakfast is still fire though. I
I
can't.
hate their breakfast.
I'm gonna stay away from it.
I
Period.
hate
So
a lot of breakfasts. I like real breakfast.
I do too. I'm a country fried steak kind of
Like
guy.
I like a good, real, fresh cook, or else take me to the Mexican mom and pop spot with her fresh made burrito. Like I don't want nobody's fast food breakfast.
Chilaquiles is fire. I don't know if
Like
you I
yeah,
know
chilaquiles is great. Like, but
and
it's still fresh made breakfast.
yeah, that's what I'm a fan of.
Ken, have
Yeah.
you had chilaquiles before?
Nah, I don't know what that is.
What?
You'll love chilaquiles. They're great.
Ken, you gotta try. Okay, go to your favorite Mexican for breakfast. I don't know if you're a breakfast cat or not, but
Mhm.
just when you get up for breakfast, ask for some chilaquiles. Now, it does matter how they make it because they gotta have the fresh tortilla chips, the egg, the green sauce or green or red sauce, whichever one you like.
Green, definitely.
Go heat the cheese on the top of that joint. Man, listen, bro. I'm
I
just
have
telling
to check
But
it out.
yeah, it's just basically like a over easy egg, or you can have it however you want, over medium, however you want the egg. But it's essentially you want it kind of over easy, over medium, over the top of the chips with the salsa, with the cojita cheese, and it's just kind of like a nacho breakfast. Like it's like I don't know, it's good. It's
Okay.
good.
fine. My wife had never had it until she met me, and now she's a fan. I'm just saying.
Okay. Okay. Well, I have to check that out, especially next time I come out to Cali because the Mexican food out there is bussing. So
That's the
Y'all
fact.
heard
Definitely would
it.
hit it
Y'all
up.
heard
Yeah,
it first here.
definitely would
Y'all
hit it
heard
up.
it from the Texas boy. Look at
I
y'all.
didn't say Texas food wasn't busting. I just know that when I'm out there, it's places that you all frequent that you know are telling me that's good. I want to go to places that you go,
Oh
Right.
so I
yeah,
could taste. You know what I'm saying, what you all are talking about in specific. But speaking of Cali, man, I just wanted to bring this up really quickly. Me and Trish Michelle were going back and forth in the inbox about some few things dealing with music, and we didn't talk about this album that popped up
man.
over our break, Kendrick Lamar GNX, and people don't know what a GNX is the car that's behind him. It's a Grand National X. It's a very rare car. Um, but I still see people with some rumblings about the album, and I think for a lot of people that are especially not West Coast fans or West Coast music aficionados, they don't know the whole aim behind the album. But if you are a West Coast person or if you know West Coast music, then you can see clearly what he did with the album and the homage that he's paying to different
West-
people on the
Yeah.
West Coast. Yeah, so it's a West Coast album. So I would encourage people who said they didn't like the album because of the certain beats or the certain, everything that it was, to kind of do a little research and
Yeah.
figure out, like, sometimes when, especially, and I get on my friends that are in their 40s, like us, or late 30s, 40s, 50s, and they always say, well, this new music. First of all, you're not the target audience. So
Right.
just know that. And second of all, it's just like when we were coming up, when you listen to New York, when you listen to Atlanta,
Right.
when you listen to a lot of these places, they use vernacular that's local. They use
Yeah.
words that's local. So when you hear
Mhm.
people, talking about things on the West Coast and they say, Kendrick, man, he just be rapping about nothing. That's because you don't understand the lingo. You don't
Right.
understand
Yeah.
what he's saying and what it means. But somebody from the West Coast, when certain songs come on, they start crip walking. They start doing certain dances that's associated with West Coast stuff, and then you kind of like, okay, I see, I see the draw there. I see what's up. And for me, it's
Mhm.
totally different because I've been a Kendrick Lamar fan since Section 80.
Right.
So like, I've been a Kendrick Lamar fan for a long time. So when he puts out, a project, of course I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
But what do you all think about it, Trish Michelle? What do you think about it? Because Trish Michelle posted
Let me tell
her
you about how my Spotify is lying.
her Spotify, and yeah, it has some interesting top five on there.
It
So
is
yeah, talk about that.
lying. Let me first of all, Spotify, count your days, because remember when I told you, like, if I do listen to music in the car, like, I'll just let a playlist play or whatever. So we were talking about R&B now from Apple Music, but more recently I was like, okay, let me go back into my Spotify. I'm gonna let Spotify do its thing. So they have this new stuff that's like your wake up and your midday and your whatever. Like, it just kind of gets your day going with like a little bit of this, and then midday at R&B you, and then later it kind of turns you up for the night, whatever. So I just let it play. Apparently, it chooses Gunna and Future a lot with a little bit of Drake and Ashanti. And those are my tops. and now I do like some Gunna, some stuff. I do like some Future. And then it was crazy. So after you said something right, and I got in the car maybe 2 days later, and I went back to let stuff play, and I was like, yeah, this little list hitting, but it was all everything they put. And I was just like, what the heck? Anywho, GNX, Kendrick. Back to that.
Mhm.
You would not think I like my music out from West Coast, but I do. According to Spotify, I don't, but I do. And I absolutely love his album. Like, dude knocked it out the park. Like, a lot of y'all barely getting to know who Kendrick is. Like
Right.
he said, like, Kendrick been him, like, lyrically, just the messages, wokeness, the just, and then putting on for his city, LA, Cali, West Coast. Like, this been Kendrick. Like, yeah, y'all started paying attention because of Drake beef, but hey, this his year is about to be his next year because he's going on tour. Y'all still gonna be talking about Kendrick. Like, yeah, this album is fire. Like, it's so good.
Right. What a lot of people missing too is that he incorporates a lot of things you can use on social media, like into his albums, like catchphrases and funny phrases and all of this type of stuff. And I haven't listened to the entire album yet because I just haven't sat down and listened to the whole thing yet. But about these 7 or 8 songs that I've heard, I mean, I haven't heard a bad one yet. So, I mean,
Very
and that
excellent.
Peekaboo is hilarious.
I listen to the album literally every day, just about every day, at least
Right,
once, and then especially if I'm out and about riding around, I'm gonna listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I kind of am when I get new music, especially from whoever my favorite artists are. Like I sit with that music for
Yeah.
for a couple of weeks,
I'm gonna run
yeah,
it
really.
into the ground a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of do. I kind of do.
Hmm.
And just like when I during the pandemic, like I wasn't a huge fan of Thundercat, but I started listening to Thundercat during the pandemic, and my family was like, "Are you listening to that again?" I
right.
would listen to Dragon Ball Durag every morning. It was my morning wake up song. I was gonna listen to that every morning, and that's just the way I am with my music, man.
Right.
So when I'm in a certain vibe, like this week, I've been
Yeah.
on 8 Ball and MJG, so I've been listening to that every day, along with the Kendrick album. So I go through my waves of when I want to listen to certain stuff. But like I said, being alive this long, we've heard a lot of music, so it's a lot to pick from.
Yeah.
So
What's your
sometimes I listen to new music, and I go back and forth between the '90s, early 2000s, and some of this new stuff.
What's your favorite song on the album, Patricia? If you was like, I'll pop that in, get in the car, gotta pop that in ASAP. I'm
I
listening.
always listen to TV off. I'm sorry, it just be lit. But I forgot which song it is, the name of it, because I'm not really I forget names easily. But the one I don't know if I sent it to you, Ken, where he literally was naming all the songs that Drake like did or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, that's dope." Like if people paid attention to the lyrics, they were names of the songs that he stole like stuff from or did stuff from or whatever.
Hey,
And I was like, the fact that he went like he's always deep. It's always deeper than just the lyrics. Like sometimes and those lyrics, there's meaning always behind it. I mean, of course, in other people's stuff, but like Kendrick for sure. Like it'd be little phrases to put under your photos, but no, it'd be more than that.
right.
Yeah. TV off is hard, but of course, like Squabble Up and Luther are,
Oh yeah, squabble
you
up.
know,
Yep.
like
Mm-hmm.
they up
Mm-hmm.
there. I kind of
Yep.
removed Squabble Up because Squabble Up came out, I think about a couple months ago, and it was a little snippet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of heard a little bit of that. So we got a little taste of that. But Luther is really low key
No, so
a vibe.
Luther. So now that you say Luther, right? I didn't because you know how Kendrick did it. Kendrick just dropped the album. Like
Yeah.
we was like, what? So I'm listening to R&B now playlist, and Luther played, and I'm like, it's some new Kendrick because the song was hitting. So Luther is really what made me notice that he had an album out, and
Yeah,
Right.
so then I
Luther
go to
hard.
listen. Like Luther is definitely it. Like I
And
like that.
him and SZA together are magical,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That,
When
uh,
they do stuff together, I know they're on their tour. They're going to be on tour together,
mhm.
but when they do music together, it's magic. It's
Yeah.
automatic magic. So
Yeah.
No, yeah.
That's
Luther is it.
like they're really, really, really dope. Peekaboo is hilarious to me. So I actually, yeah. What they talking about now? What they talking about?
I
It's
know.
it's hilarious. I love it.
yeah, but that album is dope. I just wanted to get y'all thoughts on that right quick. I know we haven't really talked about it, but yeah. So definitely. And speaking of something else that dropped, that was what I'm saying, amazing piece of work. Jamie Foxx
Mm,
came back with a new comedy special called What Had Happened.
I seen
And
you
it came
watched it.
out today. And when I tell you, when I got up this morning, it's the first thing I put on
mhm,
as I was doing my work and just checking it out. And listen, I had to post about it. I said, man, listen, Jane, this special, when you look at it, he takes you through a roller coaster of emotions, right? He's telling his journey of when he got sick and what all that was about and
yeah.
everything. And then later on in the show, he kind of goes through a montage of the work that he's done, from music to films. He reenacts some of the characters. He does the different voices throughout the show. It's really dope. And I'm like, dude, people got to give Jamie his flowers. That man is cold. That is a cold brother from Terrell, Texas,
Yes.
representing on all kinds of levels. And when you talk about great actors, great singers, great, all these different things, I guess because he does so many different things, like he's never mentioned with the greats. But when you look at his projects, you you got to kind of start mentioning him, you know what I'm saying, and up there with some of the big names because he's had some box office hits and played some amazing characters and some amazing roles. So
He
Yeah.
been dope since the Infatuation album. I know that was the best song on that album way, way, way back when. But like think about it. Just about everything, and he do got a couple bump movies, but the most part, everything he's put out has been exceptional. From being
what
on
movie do you say is bump?
that
I
one
was wondering what movie.
white I think it's called White House Down. I didn't like that one. Is that the one where I didn't like
I
that.
think it is called White House Down.
I
Yeah.
think that I watched it. I thought it would be good. I was like, it wasn't that good. I didn't like it. It seemed a lot of superficial. Not saying that he was a terrible actor or anything like that.
It just wasn't it for you.
Yeah, just like it wasn't a super dope. But there's not many you can name where it's like his catalog is bad.
Yeah.
And like from his comedies, from the Foxhole, from In Living Color, Wanda was hilarious, bro. It was crazy. Then he used to play the Jamie Foxx show. Like, you think about it, he's got a super huge catalog. Pause. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and you know what? People often talk about they go back and forward. Now I know to some people this might not even be a debate, but they talk about which one was the funniest, was the Jamie Foxx show or the Martin. So people have been I've been seeing that, you know what I'm saying, on social media here and there. And just to even have that argument is
Yeah.
worthwhile. If you go back and
Yeah.
you look at the Jamie Foxx show episode for episode, I think you I think
Oh,
you'll have a greater appreciation for it. You know what I'm saying?
I used to watch the heck out of the Jamie Foxx show for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, he's dope, but at parts of the show, of course it's funny because it's Jamie,
right.
but when he starts talking about him being sick, you know what I'm saying, and he starts talking about his sister and how they died. He was diagnosed with a brain bleed, and they said he had a stroke, and his sister was there to kind of help take care of him and make sure the doctors were doing the right things, and he really appreciated her. All 4'11" of her was there and making sure that he was good, and but I'm not gonna tell y'all the whole thing. Y'all go watch
Watch
it.
it.
It's worth the hour and 10 minutes or whatever it is. It's very much worth it. You'll appreciate Jamie. You'll appreciate his work that he's put in, and you appreciate the fact that he's not a clone. And yes, people have been asking me all day, did he discuss Diddy? Yes, he talks about Diddy throughout the show. So yeah, tune in because
Yeah.
it's funny.
I seen a post, so I'm like, he mentioned what happened to him, and he's talking about Diddy. So I'm like,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna
So
be.
I gotta watch it.
Before I before I hit the hay.
yeah, tune in. And speaking of Netflix, Netflix been pushing out some shows, and I was flipping through Netflix last week, and they have advertisements, the advertisements that pop up before as you scrolling through, and
Yeah.
I saw a familiar face. And I
Yeah.
said, wait, I know this guy.
Yeah.
I know this guy. This Mr. Felton Love, a former guest of the show, a friend of the show. My guy, so smooth, debonair, always with the hats.
Always sharper than a thumbtack.
He's on a show called The Later Daters, right?
Oh, that's the show someone who was telling me about this. Where
This
it's the
show is so
older in
big.
age.
This show is so big that Michelle Obama has been posting about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh wow.
that should tell you how much attention it's getting.
Right, Ken?
Huh?
Michelle Obama is like the executive producer, right?
She may be. I know she may have something to do with the show, but for people who don't know, The Later Daters is exactly what the title says. People who are later in their lives, you know what I'm saying? Most of those people on there are in their late 50s, 60s, some early 70s, and they're dating. And
Right.
that's a weird deal, right? Can like I'm just sitting here thinking about, can I imagine, my mom going out for a date, or my grandmother going out for a date? That would be weird, bro. Like I've never experienced that. Some people have, but that would be awkward for me.
I think it would be too, but unless the state you see like your loved one in, right? Like they just sitting back, really not doing nothing. You get what I'm saying? They're 62. They,
Nah,
you don't think that.
nah.
If
You
I
know
see
people,
them like so happy though, I'd be like, okay, like
but hold
I
on.
love this.
That's
Right.
all good. I love that. I love that part of it. But guess what? What was you doing on the date?
Don't worry about it. How you
Yes,
got? How your mama
but
got
that's what I'm
there?
saying. But that's what I'm
How
saying
your mama
though.
get there?
Like your mom's is on a date and she might get banged out. Like that's kind of your grandma might get banged
At
out.
least you know there is no new siblings coming.
I mean, you hope not, because there's some women out there in their 60s and 70s that didn't got pregnant.
Still
So
fertile.
Fertile Myrtle, that's where that name comes from. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but that just seems odd, right? But you understand that things happen in life, think changes happen.
Right.
So you have to pivot, right?
But I mean, okay, so if mom's is or pops is 62, 64, husband passed, whatever circumstances may be, and mom's is sitting around the house, really not doing nothing, just sitting there moping around type of thing for a year and a half, whatever it may be.
I'm gonna need her to mope longer than that.
Free. She done did all of these amazing things. She done raised the grandkids, and she just not doing nothing.
Go play bingo, mom.
I mean,
She want to play bingo with
Mr.
John.
Willie.
Willie
want to play
Johnson.
bingo with Brother Felton, Ken?
Yeah, they playing bingo, all right.
Shout out to
Bingo.
Brother. He gave us an interview. What was that, last year, Ken?
Yeah.
Something like that. So it's super dope guest. The hats and all of that type of stuff, and interesting to see him, his full personality, which is exactly how he was on our show.
Yeah.
On this Netflix show. So it was kind of dope to see.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it. Now I remember my aunt's telling me that she's hooked on the show. So
yeah, it's a dope show. It's a dope show. It's worth your views.
He's about season 6 or 7 or something like that. Some lady is
episode.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, why is there that many seasons? Okay.
Episode 6.
I was shook. Like, well, I ain't watching that shit.
Got some lady hooked like a mom.
Committed.
She hooked. She mentioning this brother every episode. My friend Felton, and I met my friend Felton, and I really like Felton, and I don't know.
That's cute. See, ain't that cute?
Yeah, it is. She can have at it. I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want to be my people. You know what I'm saying? That'd be weird.
Mama, go sit down somewhere.
My parents could just stay together till the end of time. I ain't gotta worry about nothing.
That's it.
I would hope so. My wife's parents have been together for 60-something years.
Yeah.
So for them to be 86, 84, like, and that's all is like, it's interesting, right?
It's interesting. Yeah, it definitely is.
You don't see that all the time. You always see, breakups and, even 20, 30-year marriages, but 60-something years is, it's kind of a rare.
That's mind blowing, bro.
Right.
Like for us, especially because I'm just 44, so I can't even imagine being with somebody 60 years because I ain't even been alive that long. So it's just mind blowing to think you with somebody for 60 plus years. That's crazy.
Right.
Man.
So imagine being in that spot, and so I can understand Ken's spot. Moms, you 80-something years old, you better not be going out dating nobody.
Yeah, they need love too, though. So I understand, but it doesn't change it being weird, though. You know what I'm saying? I understand it, but it would definitely be weird.
I just gotta check like that. Now I gotta do background check. You got a curfew. I need your location.
But check this out though. Could you imagine if your moms or your grandparent, your moms, your dad, your grandparent, they out there dating and they get an STD? That'd be wild.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, the STDs don't skip the old folks,
I
so
know. That's what I'm saying. That's why. Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this, and we'll move on. I know a lot of people who are involved in the nursing home industry, and listen. When they get STDs in the nursing home, it runs rampant. So that tells you what's going on in the nursing homes. Like if one or two people get it, then it goes spread like wildfire. Because the people at the nursing home be smashing.
they
So
were spreading like wildfire. That's
yeah,
what.
It lets you know that phase of their life doesn't really ever get shut off either. So
nah. Even when your equipment is not working the right way, you still figure out other ways to make things happen. So
that is a fact.
Everybody gotta. Okay, never mind.
yeah, all right.
You missed another lob. You
No, I just wasn't gonna say that word.
Yeah,
you
Everybody
missed
knew what I meant.
you
You missed
good.
the thing.
All right, so we gonna shift gears a little bit and talk about some court stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of court stuff. It's a lot of people getting sued and all kinds of wild stuff going on. But before we go into the people getting sued or the people with the accusations,
Oh Lord.
I want to bring this back up because we talked about this a couple episodes ago with the TikTok thing. And
Mm-hmm.
TikTok is huge, and TikTok filed an emergency motion to halt the ban in the United States that's supposed to go into effect on January 19th. So that's a little over a month away. So they're trying to work through that now. Can you imagine if something like this were to happen? Like, this is huge. Like, they've tried to shut down social media platforms like IG, Facebook, and all that stuff in the past for different reasons, but trying to shut down a monster like TikTok sounds crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
because didn't Trump say he wanted it halted because of the sale? Like he wants to be involved in the sale of it, so to speak. So ultimately, it's about money. So
Yeah, that's all it sounds like to me. But I don't know. I mean,
I hope it goes away.
I don't care what happens to it. I'm not even gonna lie.
I hate to see my girls on it. I hope it goes away.
Well, see, that's this generation speaking,
Right.
Yeah.
but the younger people, a lot of
That's
them live
making
on it,
money like crazy.
and and check this out. There's also a 40 plus TikTok. A lot of people don't know that. There's a 40 plus TikTok. If you go to TikTok and you just type in 40 plus TikTok,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's a whole community of people who are 40 plus that is a different type of TikTok. It's a different, selection of topics and things like that being discussed. So it's pretty useful. It's pretty useful.
I'm gonna
So
have to type that in because I'm
yeah.
tired of seeing a little.
Yeah. So
I see
basic
doing. They only put them like the kids dancing and this.
well basically what 40 plus TikTok does is when you go there, a lot of times if you search it on TikTok, it'll give you instructions on how to change your algorithm basically. So where you'll stop seeing so much of the young people doing the dances and things like that, so you'll start seeing more of the 40 plus content, which is talking about life, talking about laws, talking about dating and whatever 40 plus year olds do, versus always being about whatever's trending at the time.
Ken, is your daughter allowed on TikTok right now, or
Nope, no social media at all, bro.
okay? And I dig that.
Yeah, not at all. We don't do that.
Your daughter's a little older, but what about it?
She's in social media. I have parental restrictions, and she's like restricted to an hour on Instagram, and she has to ask permission to get more. And I can see who follows her, who inboxes her, who like it. So she has she's on there, but I see everything.
Right. Yeah. So I mean,
yeah. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that, because I'm telling you, if that gets shut down, like Trish Michelle was saying, a lot of people make money off of that, a lot of money. So you talking about somebody's revenue streams? You talking about somebody's what they do for a living right now?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a big decision either way.
That's the only thing for me, because I'm all here for social media grind, the money making, like how they get their quick dollar or whatever. I'm not mad at it. You found a niche, you found people that will watch it, you do your thing, you make your money. But sadly, if it does go, it sucks for them because they didn't get any real, true like work background, so they can, have something to say for a job or whatever. Like, content creating, great, but on a resume, you got to prove this. And if they take the TikTok away, you can't prove you
Right.
were a content creator to be some part of some establishments or businesses like social media or marketing, and you have no marketing classes because you didn't take any, and you have, so I mean, it forces them to kind of, you can do all of that. That's great, but still do something behind it, like to help you prove and have some foundation for that, so you can, in case TikTok say this happens, now what?
Well, there's
See,
ways
everybody got the
around
now
it.
what?
There's
This one,
ways around
right.
it. Yeah,
Listen,
because all you gotta do is really get an IP address,
yeah.
and basically
Yeah.
what they're talking about is just banning it in United States,
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
similar to what they've banned the porn channels, the porn pages in certain states.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that a lot on the show, but that's floating around, and that's been floating around for months when they
See,
they, they actually banned porn access in some states. So
this the problem though. We focused on banning TikTok, but Japan, they have banned so many ingredients in foods that are toxic, that should not be there, that they do not eat, that they do not allow, that we have in our food. We
Right.
worried about banning TikTok.
yeah, we worried about the bottom line though. They worried about quality of life. So
Right. Right.
we different in that aspect. And I've seen quite a few people on TikTok. There's a whole TikTok about TikTok, follow trend about people who have been moving to different parts of of China and Asia and things of that nature because of that, the quality of life and the ability to work a job and not have to struggle. Because
Mm-hmm.
really and truly, if you're working over here in America and you making six figures, you need that to just live comfortably.
That's still
Wait,
almost.
wait. I seen a post that said some dude or whatever has calculated that in the near future we'll be able to start to work, were the exact words, until we've are lived to be 123 or something like that.
They're
Who wants to work until
20 something years old.
all y'all gonna do is use that to lengthen out the age that you can retire and disability and whatever else? No. So now we got to work till we 120 weeks, and you're saying we're gonna live until then, but you still packing us with this old manufactured food. It's crazy.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's wild, and they, as science and technology gets more vast, you got to think they're going to come up with faster remedies to health. I would think so. You
If you
Well,
believe
let's
that
not even
this
start
stuff,
on health.
yeah, if you believe that
CEO.
any of this stuff is done to to help us, you know what I'm saying?
right,
Like at the end of the day, it's to sustain us, right? They want you, they give you stuff to sustain you, to not but not heal you,
right.
right?
Yeah.
It's a temporary fix because it's like, okay, if they do this, then this over here starts to happening. So that's why you get those commercials. If you took this medicine, you know what I'm saying, then you
All
got
the
a
side
lawsuit,
effects.
Might get blood
right? Because and that's
clear.
that's my
They're
thing.
literally feeding each other.
Yeah, but
Like,
see, that's my thing with, I don't have a problem with people taking Ozempic and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you need to do to make sure that you're healthy. But my issue is on the back end, I hope that this stuff doesn't cause issues later on down the line with so many people doing it and they
yeah,
don't really need it, right? Because Ozempic was, from my understanding, it was for diabetics.
Right.
yes,
So people who are
yes.
not diabetic started taking it, and then it's like, okay, so what negative effects will it have on your body because you don't really technically need it?
I mean,
Yeah.
So
find out real soon in the coming years when folks start saying, "Hey, man, I took Ozempic and now my ear falling off."
I hope not, man. I pray that that's not the case, but that's the downside to it, and we don't know. We don't even know about what I'm saying, the shots that people took during the pandemic. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm
Like
like
you don't
everything.
know.
Every type of medicine has some type of cost that you're gonna find out later.
Yeah, because anything they give you is synthetic for your body. It's not naturally produced in your body, and so
Right.
your body's gonna have some type of issue with it, whether it's at that point in time or long term. At some point, your body's gonna be like,
Hmm.
"What is this?"
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
But yeah. So, but yeah, man, I need those are the type of things that we kind of went down a little rabbit hole there, but those are the type of things that TikTok exposes. So there is some good to TikTok because
Yeah.
they put information out there, but they're also downside because some of the information is incorrect. So,
Fact.
but yeah, we just have to do our best, do our due diligence, and do your Googles, get the information, but trust but verify, as I always say.
I think
Hmm.
Um,
it'll end up being sold, and it might still. It's too much money lined up in it. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll see. And something else has popped off, man, this week. I mean, Jay-Z, I
Mm,
thought he would be able to get past this Diddy stuff because the Diddy stuff been going on for so long and his name has been mentioned here and there, but nothing really, came of it. But whoa, whoa, whoa.
He who
What
shall not be named has been
the
named.
heck is going on? A 13 accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl back in 2000 along with Diddy, and it's a Jane Doe. So it's, unnamed individual,
mm-hmm.
of course, and it's funny because it's this chain of things that happen. So Jay-Z comes back and he requested the person who's accusing him to reveal herself. Like, first of all, she ain't gonna reveal herself.
No, no, her lawyer's not gonna even. That ain't gonna even come up. Yeah,
But who would? Jay
Yeah.
Z's a billionaire. These people have a ton of money. You don't think that they'll find you?
right. And
You'll reveal yourself, and then all of a sudden
You
she's
become a
missing.
target. Yes, you
yes,
become a target.
you know that's not happening.
So, so yeah. So this has been interesting, and it's also been funny because Tina Knowles. Uh,
Like,
I think we've all fell victim to this before, but this is funny. Is liking something and didn't know that you pressed like on it by accident,
mm,
right?
Yeah. And
Because
then
you're
they
I
can't wait to catch a celebrity liking something.
and this is right off. It says right up here in the light. Miss Tina knows. So the accusation, the post on Chicago News Channel, she liked the post. So it became a big deal because people be. I'm telling you. So for you guys out there, especially when you on social media liking all these IG chicks pictures, people
We
people
could see,
people can see that. People can see that. So yeah, just letting y'all know people can see that. And
especially
especially
if they follow you loud and
yes.
clear, just like Miss Tina knows down there, you're gonna be the
Yes.
first name. Mhm.
algorithm gonna push you through that joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Them
yeah, so
computer things.
My boyfriend learned when we was just talking back in the talking phases. He liked something, and I was like,
oh
"So what you
yeah?
like about it?" Because and he like, "What?" And I'm
bro
like, "Yeah,
got
what you like about it?"
bro got the
Like,
shit.
no, yes, you did.
So what you like?
Oh man.
This
That is
therapy legs crossed. So what did you actually like about that?
Yeah, I'm like, so what? I mean, there's a car. She's got on a bathing suit. So did you like the car or uh yeah.
he liked the bakery aspects of it because there's a lot of cakes. There's a lot of
Yeah, I
cakes
was
in
like, so
that picture.
what
There's a
part did
lot
you
of cakes
like?
in that picture. You know what I'm saying? There's bakery out
And
there.
I'm just asking because I'm trying to understand what your like was for.
I like bakeries.
There's a funny skit out by Jay the Fade. It is hilarious. Like she she her dude likes a picture of a woman on Instagram with like 2.7 million followers, right? And she's up in his face with the pistol in her hand, like, so what did you like about that? I'm like, yo, this is hilarious,
But
man.
see, and that part I didn't care. This person we knew.
Oh, that's
Uh-oh.
different. That's different. That's a little
I don't
different.
care about some 14 million, whatever, and
Yeah.
Savannah James and then like whatever, like, oh, okay. But and I'm like, how you really know her anyway? Now I want to know how she your friend. Do you
The
even
whole
know her?
Oh
Or
you
how
know,
did you start following her? Oh,
process.
okay. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna tell
All
you the
right.
weird part, and then we gonna move on. I have some people on my IG that follow a lot of people that I know,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, like a lot of my homegirls and stuff like that, they just randomly start following. I'm like, how you know her?
Mm-hmm.
I went to school with her, so that's how I know her. But how you know her?
Yeah.
Oh, so you went through my you went through my people that I follow or that follow me, and you start liking their stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
because one of my homegirls hit me up and was like, "Do you know XYZ?" I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "Why he in my inbox every day, blowing me up?" And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Wow, how y'all know each other?" She said. He said he know you, and he said he saw you on my page. Well, he saw me comment on something on your page, and he just clicked my stuff and liked me, and just started following me.
Yeah.
I
Happens
said
all.
that's regular social media behavior. So don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
Like, I mean,
It's
that's how it happens, but
right,
still, it's a
but
little,
it's still it's still weird that you blowing these people up, and you acting real stalkerish
yes.
toward these women,
You're
and then
acting
these
real
women,
thirsty.
yeah, these women know me personally.
Right.
So they're gonna start asking questions like, and one of them was like, "Did you send him?" No, I didn't send him at all.
That's
Did you
that's
send him?
I
part.
didn't send him at
Did
all.
you send them?
No.
Yeah.
Social
Yeah.
media
So,
hilarious. And some dudes aren't used to pretty girls. So if they see one on your page and they're interacting on your page, they automatically feel like, oh, Benji knows her or Ken knows her. Let me go, see if I can, get a request. You know what I mean?
No.
Like all the time. There's this one dude, I kid you not. He tries to, like, every girl on my page that comments, he tries to go and get them. I'm like, man, this is, it's like I can see it and it's hilarious. And I'm just like, you better not ever request my wife. We're going to have a problem.
yeah, that's
There's
that.
this one dude, like he knew I was talking to my boyfriend or whatever, but I don't know him. But I've heard of him through other people. And then I get a request. And I was like, no, absolutely not. And that's why I screenshot and sent it to my dude, like, look at your friend.
Oh
Because there's
wow.
no reason to be over here. Look at your friend.
Yeah,
Look at your friend.
go for that.
And then my homegirl Tisha, she always get inboxes trying to get them. No, for me. She posts me and she be like, man, like this is annoying. Like, and I'm like, hey, just tell them stay clear.
Hey,
Like,
trust me, we understand.
Trust
We
me.
understand. We understand getting inboxes for Trisha Michelle because we got them before,
Yes.
and yeah, we've had to filter people
And
out and be like,
the
nah,
crazy
bro,
part, and I just
nah,
thank God for y'all because they don't come to me. They don't
the
make it to me.
they're
They
like,
do not
nah,
make it to me.
stages of you being on the show was bananas.
yeah. I
Mm-mm.
was like, nah, dog, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
yeah, you can just go ahead and kill that noise.
And trust me, when we've had other women on the show, I
Same
mean,
thing.
you
Oh
know,
yeah.
we ain't bringing no ugly girls on the show.
Mm-mm.
This guy.
I,
I always see some of my like male, like my homeboys, suddenly following, and I'm like, I'll be like, I see what you're doing over there. I know why you're over there.
Mm-hmm.
facts.
Yeah.
It is hilarious. All of a sudden,
Yeah, but staying in that court lane for a minute. I had one more court story, and some of you all have seen this video and have seen memes from this and didn't even know what it stemmed from. But this young man got sentenced to a lot of years for
mm,
this right here.
Course with the laws of state of Alice.
I know y'all have seen
I
that
did.
footage
I
because it
just
was
realized he actually really got her on the ground too.
yeah, he
yeah,
got about a
yes,
No, he didn't just get her by. He really got her like fully
yeah, he
yeah.
got her. He
on
got her
the ground.
good.
He said he won't get out to what parole to 2050.
26 to 65 years though. Like,
Either way, it's all bad.
That's all.
dang.
It's all bad. So basically, you're saying life
At that
for the
point,
most
I
part.
mean, not to say that I condone that, but at that point, you got life for just barely touching her. You should have.
I mean, he pulled the Batman. Like he was.
He flew over.
Say, man, he took
Oh,
flight.
that's pretty good.
He
Like
took flight.
he should have been a basketball player. Ken, he got bounced.
Yeah, he did. He definitely got some bounce, and he definitely took off. You know, when he took off, it was more like, you ever seen the videos of a flying squirrel?
Yeah.
Yes.
He hit that pose like a flying
Exactly
squirrel.
what he looked like.
Yeah, I was like, dude, spread out and
Wings
just
was
took
out.
it took flight. And I'm like, dude, can you imagine like the as the old folks say, the scuffles that was going on in that courtroom at that time?
It went crazy in there
because everybody was shocked. I'm sure of it, right? And you know, the judge, she probably blacked out. She probably blacked out before he even did anything to her because of just the sheer shock of it.
All she heard was bitch, and before she even
that man took flight. Like, that's the craziest thing, bro.
That
like,
is
26 to 65 is crazy.
He gonna have a lot to talk about in jail. He gonna, man, listen, man, I jumped on, man, listen, fam, you know how, you know, Negroes like to exaggerate stories. He ain't got to exaggerate. Listen, man, I got over that, and man, and I'm telling you, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was, but I dived over that thing, fam, and I got over that thing, you know what I'm saying? And I got to that judge, man, I grabbed her by the hair, you know what I'm saying? And I probably got in a couple licks or two. I'm telling you, man, before a bailiff came and got, man, I'm telling you, I was in there.
And you telling that story in jail, and you said licks, and then it's going to be one dude over there like,
he said, how many?
What kind of licks?
He said, how many and where?
Because they ain't been out in a minute. What kind of licks?
Man, behavior, man. That's wow.
It's reality. It's reality.
Hey, man.
Very true.
All right. So let's get to some of these questions before we close out. We always have questions. The past couple of weeks, y'all been doing amazing sending us questions. So I kind of sift through the questions and pick out some funny things. So I had a couple questions, but I picked one from our audience, and then the other two were things we want to talk about real quickly before we wrap up. But the first question, and it was funny because I saw this again on some other platforms today. What's your favorite way to get off the phone? Everybody's got a way that you get off the phone, especially, you know, now for some of us, this might be telling because when people see this and they on the phone with you and they hear this come from you, they ain't like, oh, so they trying to get off the phone with me. But everybody's got one thing that they go to, right? Or one thing that you say when you get off the phone. For me, it's, all right, man, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, bro. I don't want to hold you. I don't want to hold you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my thing. Whether you said you needed to go somewhere or not, I'm gonna put it on you. I'm gonna put it on you. I'm being courteous to you to give you back some of your time and, you know, let you do your thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll out. Even though you didn't ask me to, I'm gonna give you the courtesy of that. So that's my thing. I'm gonna be like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, my brother. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna get up with you. That's how I do it. Trish Michelle, how you got off the phone?
Well, mine is genuine because I'm always so busy. I'm like, all right, man, I need to do this homework assignment. Like, because I got to do homework. Or, all right, man, I got to cook. Like,
okay, cut it.
No.
How do you get off the phone with people that you don't want to be on the phone with?
I don't answer the phone. No, dead ass. Like, I will look and be like, I don't feel like having that conversation. So
okay, so what if somebody
say I do.
Yeah.
And I find out this ain't who I want to, like, I don't feel like talking on the phone. Yeah, I don't know. I just make up whatever. Like, I'll say my phone dying. I'll say
that's a good one.
I'll say that I'm busy, that I got to do something, and I'll just literally start back scrolling, and I'll tell them, you know what? Let me call you right back. Like,
never call back.
So, but most of the time I don't answer. I really don't answer.
That reminds me of my favorite one from back in the day, before the cell phone stuff. When we were in high school, this was my favorite one.
Anytime.
Huh? You say what? Oh, yeah, my mom want me to go wash the dishes. Let me go take care of that, and then I'm gonna call you right back. Cause back then, we was young. We didn't have cordless phones and all that stuff. Like everything was corded. Like,
Yeah.
and a lot of us, if you was washing dishes, you weren't allowed to be on the phone while you was doing chores. Like you had to handle the chores and then go back to doing whatever you was doing. So yeah, so that was my thing. I'd be like, all right, yeah, yeah, all right, hey, let me call you back because my mom, and then I hang up the phone,
I've
and then
said
I
my
call
mom
another
on this
girl.
calling too. I've been like, oh, you know what? This is my mom on the other line. I'm gonna call you back.
Nobody's gonna question that.
You're not, and you're gonna hurry up because it's my mom.
Facts.
So yeah.
So Benji, how about you, man? What's your go-to when you need to get off the phone? Because I know as long as you've been around preaching, you're around people and around businesses, you run into some long-winded people.
Oh,
Yes.
I know you do.
Yeah.
People that you need to get off the
I
phone.
know you
So
do.
how do you get these people off the phone, bro?
This is going to sound exceptionally cruel, but is the honest to God truth.
You tell them the Lord is calling?
No, 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 no. I when they get a little bit too long, like, and they don't want to just let it go. I just hang up by accident. And it's like, oh my bad, man. Like I didn't mean to, my bad. I don't know what happened. Like it just, and I'm serious, man. I hate that I even have to reveal that on the show because that is my go-to. Just like, oh
You
man,
bet not ever in your life.
and you gotta make like the little sound, like the oh man, and do and
That's what?
I'm sorry. I
There is not making that noise. That's for house phones.
Oh,
It's doing that do like it's
oh
his
man.
name.
but
You
there's
just
this
hanging up on folks is diabolical.
it is, and there's this lady that calls the shop and like every day, bro. Like, and she's trying to sell us, Patricia, her brand of weave or bundles, right? And in our area, folks don't buy their hair. Like they just don't. Like I have about 40 of their like hair brands in there and people don't buy it. But they've been there since forever, right? She calls all the time, all the time. And she's long-winded. And I'm sorry, I just have to be. Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened to you? What happened? Oh man, like yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then customers start coming in, so I couldn't really, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just call me back, you know what I'm saying, next time, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm sorry, yes, I do that. And I hate I even have to reveal that on the show, but I'm telling you, I just hang up.
Oh man.
And
I'm dying. Hold on. I'm dying because I've done that to some people before. Just flat out hung
I'm
up.
telling you, dog, listen, I don't, I'm telling you, it works.
I've only done it once or twice, maybe, when somebody was just popping off, like, and it was somebody like my daughter's dad or something. They just popping off, like, and I click because you know what's gonna happen when you come back on the line. You're gonna be calm and you're gonna shut up. So
Yes.
all of that rah rah it went away.
It humbles the individual really, really, really good.
Yeah,
I,
I'd have been like,
I,
oh
well,
my bad. I'm sorry, the call dropped.
well,
And
yeah,
then
I've hung up
they
on
lose
people's
out.
faces before. That's
now
now, but I'm just saying flat out, like this person was talking, I became uninterested in the conversation, and I just decided I had something better to do with my time, and I just hung up.
No,
I'm
I
gonna
that
didn't say
is
anything. I just hung
horrible.
up.
I'm gonna tell you another one that's good though. I'm gonna tell you another one that's good though. Using the dead zone. Hey, I'm in a dead zone. You know what I'm saying? If you don't hear from me, you know what I'm saying, and acting like you can't hear them, and then hanging up. I'm telling you, works like a charm. I'm telling you. Hey, yo, like because you can tell if they long-winded when they start talking. Hey, yo, like I'm headed to a dead zone right now. You might be going in and out, but if we hang up, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll give you a call back, and then
I have a cousin right now. I'm supposed to be calling back. We're going on 3 days.
Listen, call people back. You know what? Because, and I'm gonna say this with all seriousness. Um, one person, and I feel, in the words of, Trish Michelle, hanging up on people just like that for no reason is diabolical, and it is. But I say this in all seriousness. One person that I did like that many years ago, they passed away before I could call them back, and it was all jokes and it was all fun, it was all funny until I couldn't contact them anymore. So that's what made me stop doing people like that, because it's like,
Mhm.
all right, just have enough respect for people, and because I'm mature now, and
Thank you.
I'm 44 years old,
We
just
don't
be
do that.
like, you know what, I got something to take care of. I'm gonna try to hit you back, what I'm saying, when I have some time to talk to you, because right now I'm kind of
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
sidetracked. Yeah,
I
I
gotta
can't
handle a couple
focus.
things.
Yeah, I gotta go knock something out. I'm gonna hit you back.
I gotta go
And
pick up my dog from the groomers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
moment of silence.
saying.
But for real, like, people come up with all kinds of excuses, and I'm just, at this point in life, I'm just like, nah. I'm just gonna go ahead and get off the phone. I'm just gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and let you know I got something to do, or I got something to prepare for, because that's it's be true. Like Trish Michelle said, I got stuff that I gotta do all the time. So, like, if I get off the phone with you, and you have those some people in your life who don't want to let you off the phone. Don't you got an earpiece? Don't you got a AirPod or something you could use when you could? Because I really need to tell you this. The only person who can do me like that is my mama.
I don't have. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't have AirPods. So yes.
The only person who can ask me, who can request more time, is my mom. Other than
Yeah.
that, like, nobody's on the phone like that. You know what I'm saying? The only other people that's important to me in my life to that extent, what I'm saying, is in my house. So,
I don't
like,
talk on the phone with nobody but Tahisha and my mom, but now, those circumstances. So Tahisha, the only person I talk on the phone with outside of that. And I don't even talk on the phone with my boyfriend. I'm gonna see him anyway. So we don't even talk on the phone. So if I
Only,
call, that's emergent. So
only my
I talk
lady.
on the phone.
Yeah, that's about it. Unless I mean, nah, because my church folks called me, so I had a call from a church lady today who, was feeling some type of way, and I had to console her. So,
Have
it,
you ever had people, since y'all took away these people's right to testimony? Have you ever had somebody call you and give you a testimony since they can't do it at church?
yeah, because when you're in my position, right? Like, everybody can't reach the pastor.
Yeah.
Oh, you're second, third, fourth in command, right? So if they got your number, and if they're that talker and everybody knows they talker, they'll push them to you. Like,
Everybody got a Sister Jones. Oh, Sister
brother,
Jones calling.
Brother Banks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Call Brother Banks. You know what I'm saying? Here's his number, X, Y, and Z, yada yada yada. And sadly enough, that does go on in the church. So if you just now getting into a ministry, right, and you don't know all the personalities, but everybody else does, you sit there, man. There's this one cat, and I kid you not, he will talk your ear off, bro. Like, he does not stop. It's just ongoing, and people come up, hey, come here, let me holler at you. And they know to come pull you to get you away because bro doesn't stop talking. And so you just trying to be nice, but listen, everybody knows. But you get those where they call and they want to testify, they want to talk, because think about it, most of these older people, they're them and their spouse, they could be working, so they don't get much talking time, and they don't do a
Yeah.
lot. They don't do a lot. So, they
Yeah.
church folks, so they ain't really going to bingo. They ain't really going to the
Yeah.
casino.
Church is the social event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So church is the social thing.
It sure is. I used to be like, Mama, come on.
Right. You get,
Like, let's go.
and that's kind of how it is. So you got to kind of be sensitive to it. But man, people will tell you they had dreams last night and
As
all
long as
types.
they don't say they had a dream about you, it should. I mean,
Not in this new space, but imagine when I was single in ministry.
Mm.
You get some interesting things that take place, and then it can be weird in a space when let's say your wife, you know what I'm saying, is somewhat insecure already, and you're in church, bro. Like all types of women are there. So you
Yeah.
got extra careful about who you entertain, who you talk to, and some of them do not care. They will say stuff just to trigger you, and you can't slap them right in the sanctuary.
Well, what people have to be reminded of is that church is for healing. When
Yes,
people come to church, they come there because
Yeah.
they need help.
right.
So everybody there, is
Yeah,
some people are further along with the help, and some people are just starting. So
all
they
right.
still got some stuff to clean up. So just because they're in church, that doesn't mean that they're not capable of doing evil or doing things wrong. So you know what
That
I'm
is
saying? Just because you in church, you know what I'm saying? Stop trusting all these church people, especially
that
with your kids. But that's a whole nother subject.
that is a fact. That's a fact.
All right. So let's shuffle along to these last couple of questions. And these last couple of questions have a lot to do with, you know, the pivot of, changes in life. So each year you experience different things. And of course, everybody, whether you want to admit it or not, we kind of do this every year and say, okay, well, you know what, new year, this is what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to refocus myself. I'm going to do X, Y, Z. But so, Benji, I'll ask you first. What changes did you make in 2024 to improve your life? Or just give me one thing, one major thing that you changed in 2024 to improve your life and that'll affect your life going forward in a positive way.
Uh, I would say getting back into ministry. Like that was um what's funny is I knew I would return back to that space because I kind of planted like some little seeds with like creating the logo and the concept and the idea and all that type of stuff. But I think that was the biggest thing for me because I think again, being married and being in that space, you get the best version of me. You get what I'm saying? So the best version of me is a protector, a provider, a lover, a friend, all of those things. When you out, just kind of freelance and doing whatever you want to do, you get to kind of not really care as much. You get what I'm saying? You can push this one to the side, push that one to the side, do whatever you want to do because there's really no accountability other than to yourself.
Yeah.
And so that for me was huge because um, I would have these dreams of me running the music ministry. And I didn't, I'm like, I'm a preacher, like I'm running the music ministry. And I would keep seeing this and I would keep getting these songs. So I would write these songs and I kept writing these songs. I'm like, I ain't in music. Like, what the heck? I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So to kind of be back in that space now and actually over the music ministry and putting this stuff together was kind of interesting. It's pretty quite interesting. So that was a huge change.
Okay, Kirk Franklin.
Right.
We feel you. Okay, that's a good look. That's a good look. And, and like you said, I mean, we've seen a change in you, you know what I'm saying, in the shift since you started, being back in ministry and everything. So I'm proud of you, my guy, for doing what
Right.
you know what I'm saying, set out to do and, following God's, you know what I'm saying, lane for you, what you're supposed to be doing. So, you know what I'm saying, shout out to you and your wife, man, for making 2024 something big. And I know 2025 is coming. We're going to ask you that question in just a minute. But Trish Michelle,
All right.
2024. What did you do in 2024 to improve your life and something that, you know what I'm saying, could help you moving forward?
Um, I hated the department I worked in.
Mm,
Like it just was so demanding. Like I did not like going in. I had like I was constantly like just on go there. Like I really, really hated it. So I would like I'm like I gotta get out of there. Like I gotta like love the company, love it to death, I needed a different department, like because I hated it and it just wasn't. I really didn't like it. So I just was always searching. Like I'm like every day in and out. Like I got to get out of here to find a different department to get into. So I needed a set schedule. I needed a Monday through Friday. I needed a lower like volume demanding department. And I did like about mid year. I was able to transfer into a different department. Love my department Monday through Friday, set schedule. They're it's smaller, less demanding. It gives me the ability because I'm in school. So I needed to find something to let me be able to do my studies while I'm at work still, like and still and then it allows me to do the stuff that I didn't know I was going to be doing for my mom all year. So God knew clearly, so
Right.
it lined me up to be where I am to help her out as well. So I mean, life is much better because my look, Tahisha knows too from last year. And if y'all don't know who Tahisha is, other people, that's my friend. Last year I used to message her all through work, like oh my God, I hate it. Like I can't stand this. Like, and I'd be so angry and just like hated work. So she's like, "You all happy now?" Yeah, I like being at work. I don't mind it. It's cool. Like it's stress free. And thank God because stress is everywhere else for me right now. So I'm so glad it ain't at work.
That's
Yeah,
dope. Dope.
God delivered you from that bondage.
Man, the
Fact.
shackles
Yeah,
of that department.
yeah. For me is I made a lot of different little changes, but the biggest thing that I think I did for 2024 was focus more on communicating with my kids in a different way. Right? My boys
That's
are
big.
grown men, so I had to, switch from, looking at them as the little fellas because as parents it don't matter how old the kids get, we still look at them as the little people. Like
Yeah.
for me, a lot of times I still have visions of them as toddlers. You know what I'm saying? Because they're still my babies, no matter how old they get.
Right.
Hmm.
But I had to you know, turn it a little bit and say, okay, you know what? This is two grown men. I have to, respect them in certain aspects, and I have to have different dialogue with them. And especially with my baby girl, I
Right.
tell people all the time, if you're a guy like me, I had two boys first, and then baby girl comes along. Baby girls change you so much.
100%.
Right. So I had to learn how to communicate with her on her level and listen a lot more. And that changed me as a man because that transitioned to my communication with others outside of my kids,
Mm.
Yeah.
being more patient, being able to listen, being able to communicate a little bit better. So that was the biggest change I made in 2024. And it wasn't always easy because I ain't gonna lie to you. If you got kids in their 20s, and you remember being in your 20s, you do dumb stuff.
Look, you
And
see my whole face change right
it's
now. Like
not easy sitting up here listening to the logic or listening to the stories they tell you without reacting, but you
logic
have to
is a
learn
big word.
how. Yeah, you have to learn how to just listen.
You
Let
be
them
like,
talk, let them get it out, and then carefully provide some feedback.
Right.
because you can't just be like, "Are you dumb?"
Yeah,
Like,
you can't.
but you be in your head like,
You
"What?"
Lord.
can't. Yeah, so it's different, but I'm happy with the results, and I'm looking forward to building on that as we move forward because
That's good.
I love my kids dearly. And I know we all do, and our relationships with our kids,
Right.
mean a lot to all of us. So that's part of what I'm saying, who I am, and my identity is being a dad.
Right.
Yeah.
So I and one thing I always tell people to keep in mind that your kids know mama and daddy. They don't know you as a person. They don't know Ken. They don't know Benji. They don't
Right.
know Trisha Michelle. They'll
Right.
get to know you and you can introduce more of yourself to them later. But there's going to be conversations that you're going to have, and they're
Right.
going to be like, wow, dad, I didn't know you did that. I'm like, I'm human.
Right.
I haven't been dad my whole life.
Right.
Right.
So I did exist before, I became a parent. So, those conversations are interesting. So
Right.
I gravitate to those. But the last question that we have here now is the second part to this first one. And we'll go Trish Michelle with this one first. What change for 2025 are you looking forward to making to you know, in any aspect of your life that's gonna help you improve, help you reach who you want to be?
Well, I'll be going into the nursing program in 25.
Mm.
Because I actually graduate from on my regular on the 15th of this month. So there's that. It's so much going on. I forget I graduate in like a few days. But
Yeah, because you definitely didn't
Right.
tell
I
us.
know. I'm sorry.
Hold
I'm
on.
so sorry, y'all. I just thought about it. Like I ain't told. No, I haven't even. My friends
Surprise!
knew. I don't even think some of my friends know, and I'm so sorry, y'all. Like because like y'all might be listening. Like what? You're graduating, like, and then I'm not walk. I chose not to walk because I just got a lot going on. I'm gonna walk at the end of it. I'm gonna do my nursing walk. So I'm gonna walk at the end.
Oh, I
Um,
thought you was like had some like little sentimental thing, like I don't want to walk. I'm like, what?
nah, I don't. I got a lot going on, and right now I'm needed elsewhere. So I'm proud of my accolade and accomplishment there. But we're gonna wait for the big one, and I mean I'm not missing that one. But and then outside of that, I'm taking my parents.
Okay.
They're in Vegas, but I'm gonna make some changes and realign some things. They're gonna be with me.
Dope. Dope.
No.
That's a big move, and we're
Yeah.
definitely gonna be praying for you because we know that's a lot. You know what I'm saying, to
Mhm.
have your parents come into your world. You know what I'm
Right.
saying. You so
Yeah,
used to going into their world. Now they got to come into your world, and that could be different for everybody. So we know
yeah.
that's going to be a transition, but you know,
2025. Pray for me, y'all.
yeah,
It'll be a huge blessing though, because
Yeah,
uh
I see the beauty in it, and
yeah,
I'm excited about it. I know God got me, and so I'll be all right.
yeah,
yeah,
cherish
facts,
that. I wish
facts,
I had that, to be honest.
facts.
I wish I could do that.
All right, Benji Banks, the man, the brand.
I had
2025. What you got?
I had a vision about 2022 that I wanted my own spa, right?
Not
And
the
I
one at your house, right?
no.
He want to do the feet. That's what he want to do.
He gonna hire some guys in there to come in there to suck toes.
no. Ain't nobody sucking toes.
Nobody but him. No, just ain't nobody doing that but me.
That's a different type of happy ending.
But one of the things that I've always wanted was my own land.
Mm.
Grow my own fruits, have me some chickens, quack, 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 quack.
Wait, wait,
And
wait, 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 wait. Wait, wait, wait. What the chicken
have
say?
have my own chickens, you know what I'm talking
What,
about?
what noise they make?
Thousands of chickens, homie, you know what I'm saying? Just everywhere, just quack, 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 quack. Just
Do you
right.
really believe that's the noise they make? We're hold on.
You didn't know where that's
No,
from.
he got to be spoofing Rick Ross, man.
Ain't no
Oh
way.
my god.
Ain't no way.
Oh my god. I was like, yeah, I know he ain't doing that.
Ain't no way.
But I
But
listened to the way he said it, and I was like, okay, that's Rick Ross. Okay,
Yeah, I'm
I
like,
got you.
ain't no way. I'm
Oh
sitting
my
here
god.
for anybody else, they'd be like, what?
uh,
I can't stand you.
so and this is the dope part about all of this. This part right here is me and my wife's vision like align exactly, right? So I want about 10, 12 acres, 12 per se. I want my own lake, my own pond where I can do my own fishing at, and I've always said I wanted to name it after my mom. And so I've always had this idea of the next property that I want. I want it to be something where I have my own land, where I can do my own thing, have my own lake, my own chickens, my own veggies, all of that on a nice, property, nice home, family type thing. And so in 2025, that is potentially already been looking, found some amazing ones. So in 2025, I'm actually hoping. Now I'm believing. I know it's gonna happen. but that I'll be pulling up to my own, you know what I'm saying, farmland, you know what I'm saying, have my own little spot out there. Whether it be in Texas, I did find this dope one out in Menifee that's not too far from here. So, I mean, you know, who knows? But ultimately, in the end, found some dope ones in San Antonio, Texas. So I'm basically looking at like trying to have something that's long-term sustainable, land tax and stuff like that, to be able to do anything I want. Like if I want to build my kids a house, if they, you know, Patricia just saying like she want to bring her parents on, you get what I'm saying? Like to me, I know my wife's parents are 86, 84. You get what I'm saying? Like they it's inevitable that at some point in time, you know, we're going to be taking care of them. You get what I'm saying? When that is, I don't know. But I think the dopest thing in the world is to be hey, yo, like we're going to build moms a house right over here on the little farmland. She can go out, she can do this. The kids can come run around. I got 2, 3 kids. We got 2. And that whole concept to me is like the space I've been in for like years. And to see it, you know, come to pass is like something that I'm looking forward to. So 2025 is looking like that'll be the year where it'll take place. So at least working toward it even more. But having it to be able to do that is like super dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
Well, I got a lot, but my main thing, I ain't gonna lie to you. I turned 45 in 2025, man.
Oh,
And I'm dedicating this year to Ken. I'm
yeah.
dedicating this year to, getting back in the gym seriously, working
What?
out, taking care of my body, giving, what I'm saying, me the attention that I need to make sure that moving forward that I can give the best my best efforts to everybody else that I need to do, what
Right,
I'm saying, but I got to be who I need to be first.
right,
So, I think I've gone a lot of my adulthood, being a parent and spending time, doing things for everybody else and not doing the things that I should be doing. And it's starting to bother me a little bit.
mhm,
So I said 2025 is going to be about Ken, and it's going to be about me getting back in the shape that I feel like I need to be in. And so that when I get up in the morning, I don't have those mornings where I get up feeling tired. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I get up every morning energized, my body feels good, I'm eating the right things, I'm working out, getting the exercise that I need, and no excuses.
Right.
No excuses whatsoever, because I got a lot of other stuff I need to do. But in order for me to be on point with that stuff, I need to be on point physically, you know what I'm saying, and mentally and
Yeah.
emotionally, and those type of things are, got to be a priority for me to take care of in 2025 moving forward.
I dig it. I dig it. And just as an FYI, that video with the honey bun is hilarious.
Listen, people don't know the struggle. Like when I tell people about me and the honey buns, we joke, we laugh, but it's a serious thing to me because every now and again I want one, and I'm
I,
just like, nah, I'm good.
I
Like
feel you.
I just understand in the long run, me, what I'm saying, giving into that temptation.
Yeah.
And, well, one thing I really seriously focused on this year was trying to get my mind back in a disciplined state, right?
Right,
And if you find that people who are disciplined in eating, working out, and things, they can be disciplined in all the rest of their life,
right,
right? Because it's a mindset being disciplined.
right.
So again, that's part of what I'm trying to aim for in 2025 moving forward is just being more disciplined in my eating and my working out, so I can have a more disciplined mindset to make sure I get stuff done.
I feel you 100%, man, because I've been on, it's been a month or so. I haven't had no Dr. Pepper, man. And
Barbecue water.
Wow.
yeah, I've done a lay off the sugar, and I'm noticing that my memory is coming, my thoughts are coming faster and sharper and better.
Clarity, mental
And
clarity. Yeah.
That's good.
slower because bro, a Dr. Pepper a day, and then you know what I'm saying, a piece of candy, a box of Mike and Ike's. You just pounding that candy, and then if you think about it, coffee in the morning with your sugar and whatever in it, and then you know what I'm saying, all of that. And I was like, shoot, I noticed it when I was up leading praise and worship. It's like, and I'm directing the choir, and I'm sitting there like, shoot, I forgot which part we supposed to go back to, and we live, dog, and I'm like, God, dog, I was like, hold on, what is going on? And so I did some research. It's like you too much sugar, like you need to
Yeah.
get off the sugar. So now, mental clarity every Sunday morning. Then that feeling is beyond me. It's dope. So
Facts, facts, facts. Well, I think we'll all accomplish everything that we set out to because we're gonna hold each other accountable. We're gonna hold each other accountable. So these things, as they always say, your thoughts become things, and if you speak those things out into the world, people hear you, and
Manifest it.
yeah, you manifest it. So we're gonna make sure we hold each other accountable for that.
Facts.
All
as
right.
Trisha, the 15th, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we
Yeah.
know, but it's okay.
Oh, my bad.
Congratulations.
Y'all know how my year been, but thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. So Trish Michelle, talk to the people, let them know something before we get up out of here.
Um, I'm gonna just say, look, and this is something that I see my friend post, I felt it. Like it said that if you didn't accomplish anything this year, and if all you did was spend this year just making it through, because this, as far as I know, a lot of people been rolling with the punches, getting
Right.
like this year been tough for a lot of people. So if all you did was make it at 24, that is okay. Don't feel like you didn't do enough because it's been tough for so many people. And you can always start any day. I
Right.
think we had a post one day that we posted. You can start any day on your
Yeah.
goals, your dreams, your whatever. So it's okay to reset, and it's okay to try again, and it's okay to it's fine. Um, it's never too late. So don't stop. Don't get down. Don't compare yourself. Your journey is your journey, and lean on God, because I always, man, God got me, and thank God, because I've been through a lot. So that's all I can say. So outside of that, you know where I'm at, Trisha Michelle _TM on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere else. Then of course the Fiyah Session. Y'all know where y'all supposed to be at every Tuesday. So get there and follow. So if that's where y'all want to see me, that's where y'all can see me at.
Right.
Yeah, Trish Michelle said, "Don't stop." And when anytime somebody says "don't stop," in my mind, I go get it, get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm from that era. You know what I'm saying, Uncle Luke. So if you don't remember anything else, remember that. Don't stop. Get it, get it. Just keep going. You know what I'm
Keep going.
saying? Don't let nothing stop you. All right, Benji
Damn.
Banks, the man, the brand. Talk to him.
Listen, man. I would just say, man, look, there's a lot out there like you could be into. Like put your ideas and your thoughts, you know what I'm saying, into something that's, you know what I'm saying, going to benefit you in the long run. Plant those seeds of longevity, man. I want to be 60, still being able to take my grandbaby out, still being able to take my wife out, still being able to pull up to the games with the kids. So make those little investments right now. You know what I mean? Start that little journey right now, cleaning up some stuff. You know what you got to do, bro. We know what we got to do. We ain't crazy. It's just a matter of putting in the extra effort and the time to make sure you good and make sure those around you are good. Because again, if you ain't well, you eventually gonna bleed onto the people around you. You get what I'm saying? And then you're gonna be that person nobody wants to be around. So make those deposits now. I don't want to be 60 with high blood pressure and can't walk and can't this and can't that. So I'm making those little extra changes and efforts right now. Plus, I'll be taking care of a farm real soon. So I'm looking forward to that, hearing the chickens quacking. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be dope. Y'all know where to find me, Benji Banks. You can't miss me. On Facebook. Stay tuned. The new page we're creating and putting it and growing it right now as we speak. Taking the followers that we already have that already follow us and sending them over to the reinvented page where it's just clean content. You get what I'm saying? So you can follow me on there. Of course, that invite is gonna come, but you know where to find me. And of course, you can't miss the Fiyah Session. We here, man. We do our thing.
Facts, facts, facts. Well, I'm just gonna leave you with this. If it's a priority in your life, you'll make time for it. If it's not, you'll make excuses. So the
Facts.
stuff you keep making excuses for, you don't really want it. So if
Facts.
you really want it, you make time for it and you make it happen. Don't
Facts.
stop. Get it, get it. All right. Y'all know y'all can find me at Big Ken on Fire on all social media platforms except Facebook. If you go to Facebook, just type in Big Ken and I'll pop right up. You can follow the Fiyah Session on all social media platforms. Just type in FIYAH session and we'll pop right up. Make sure you go to YouTube, like and subscribe, and hit the little bell notification. So anytime we post new content, anytime we go live, you'll get a notification and you can join us and join the conversation, jump in the chat, and go crazy with us. As usual, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all dearly. We appreciate the support. Keep tapping in with us. Keep tuning in. Make sure you are here next week. Next Tuesday, live at the same time next week is our last episode of the year. So if you want to check us out, next Tuesday, we got some special guests that'll be joining us, that'll be joining in the conversation. And when I tell you the topic and the conversation is going to be very interesting and it might get a little wild, tune in.
Yes,
You don't want
sir.
to miss it.
Dang.
Love y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's Fiyah Session.
Quack, 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 quack.
Peace.
Oh, child.
Thank you for tuning in. Please make sure you follow us on all social media platforms